What's up? It's John Dunlap from Sneaker Huddle, helping you add sneakers to your personal collection. We're constantly making new videos each and every week on Raffles, where you can purchase these sneakers and all release details. So if you like that content, consider subscribing. On October 29th, we received one of the most anticipated sneaker drops of the entire month of October. Now, if you are interested in a categorized list of all the sneakers that are going to be dropping in the second half of October, be sure to check this video out in the top right hand corner, where we made resale predictions for every single release for the next 2 weeks. Virgil Abloh, the creative mind behind Off-White, is back at it again, this time on his second Air Jordan 5 collaboration. This collection will include an Air Jordan 5 Retro SP, a Virgil pant, a Virgil short sleeve t-shirt, and a Virgil hoodie. In all honesty, I know this is absolutely crazy, but your best manual shot at these might potentially be a raffle, because these are going to be very difficult to cop. Which, first and foremost, let's talk about raffles and the raffles that you can enter. Now, to simplify this, I have categorized all the links to the raffles down below in the video description, which you can see here. This link, it will take you to our Twitter account. Would highly recommend to follow us on Twitter at Sneaker Huddle, and especially on drop day, we are going to tweet out these links for you. But all the raffles can be found down below in the video description. We initially saw Virgil Abloh's Off-White Air Jordan 5s in Paris Fashion Week and All-Star Weekend in Chicago, but Virgil Abloh's take on this Air Jordan 5 arrives in a fresh new color scheme featuring muted shades and cell with striking accents of fire red. The style incorporates Off-White's signature deconstructed approach, with translucent textiles and cutouts in the midfoot and collar, offering an exclusive peek inside the shoe's inner workings. The label's signature text graphics sit on the medial side panel, and also a nod to recognizing the origination of the Air Jordan 5 in Beaverton, Oregon, with the famous Helvetica print. Now let's move on to where you can actually add this Off-White Air Jordan 5 to your collection. They're scheduled to drop at Jumpman LA and Chicago, so if you are by chance in Los Angeles or Chicago, take advantage of that and reach out to them for more details. Now, the North American retailers that are scheduled to release these pairs, there are a ton, which I will put them up on the screen right now. And more specifically, let's talk about right now which one of these retailers are going to be the sites that you are going to want to place emphasis on. Now, the majority of stock is going to be on Nike sneakers, and here in the United States, they are going to be releasing on the Nike sneakers app at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern. A few little quick things we are going to mention is that there is a 5-time payment method limit, which what that means is that with one credit card, you can enter that credit card on 5 different profiles with a limit of, or a max limit of 5 times. Would not do more than 5, and to be safe would recommend to do 3 or so, but you can use the same payment method more than once, but the absolute max is 5. And the second thing is virtual cards. If you would like to enter more Nike sneaker accounts into the draw, this is going to be a draw, by the way, so you're going to have 10 minutes to enter as many accounts as possible, which of course you can enter probably more than 10 within that 10-minute window, depending on how laggy the site is. But if you do not have tons of payment methods, take advantage of virtual cards, which you can do so at privacy.com, or you can do so with your credit card provider. Now, the next important topic on the Nike Sneakers app is the IP address. There is also a max to how many entries can be entered per IP address, and the max is 5. 3 would probably be safe, just like we mentioned earlier for the payment methods. 3 is probably the safe limit, but the absolute max for entries per IP address is 5. So the way you can go around this is to use proxies, or to switch a device to data and connect your device to your cell phone. And the last step we're going to be talking about is the verification process for your phone number. So of course, every single Nike sneaker account has to be verified through Nike, and the way that you do this is through a verified text message service through Nike. So you're just going to simply reach out to a friend or relative to get them to send you the code that Nike is going to send once you link that sneaker account to that particular phone number. Which of course, most of the stock is going to be on Nike sneakers. And the second site that's going to have a lot of stock is Off-White. Now, Off-White will likely drop at 4 a.m. Eastern time. So if you do decide to stay up for the drop, just keep in mind that it's probably going to take about 30 minutes for these sneakers to sell out, and persistence is key. Off-White used to be a very manual friendly site, but unfortunately not anymore. The fact that it has been purchased by a new company, they have new developers, the website is completely different from what it used to be in the past. I was able to actually cop a Nike Dunk Michigan Off-White off of Off-White's website before they did the conversion, because it was a pretty manual friendly site. It took me about an hour to check out with those, but the site is all about persistence. You have to stay with it. So if you do decide to stay up, just expect them to drop at 4 a.m. Eastern time or around there. And be sure to follow Virgil Abloh's Twitter account, because most likely he will tweet it when they do go live. And the other thing that we want to mention for Off-White is be sure to make your accounts beforehand, because if you do get to the checkout process, you're going to have an account to check out. So to simplify the process and to have everything logged in, ready to go, if you do get fortunate enough to cop this pair from Off-White's website, make sure that you have accounts ready. Now, the next best shot at copping these sneakers is going to be through the Flex app. Now, I would recommend to look up on the Flex app to see if there are any participating locations near you. Most likely it will be New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, maybe potentially Miami, that their Foot Locker locations or Champs Foot Action locations may possibly be receiving these sneakers. So if you do have any Flex reward points and they are within driving distance, it's probably worth the shot. Now, other retailers that you'll have a very, very slight chance of copping is Dover Street Market, London, which is expected to drop at 6 a.m. Eastern, Dover Street Market, New York at 11 a.m. Eastern, and Undefeated normally drops sometime within 7 a.m. Eastern to 8 a.m. Eastern, but the fact for more anticipated sneaker drops such as Travis Scott's or Off-White's, or maybe some other highly anticipated shoes such as Union or whatever, they have in the past, they have recently been pushing their sneaker drops back to around 10 a.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. Eastern. So I'm not really sure what exact time Undefeated will drop, but it's it's an okay manual shot. And Kith is scheduled to drop at 10 a.m. Eastern. And for all these sites, would recommend to make an account beforehand, because once again, same thing with Off-White, you're going to have an account to check out. Now, when it comes to those sites that I just mentioned, Dover Street Market London, Dover Street Market New York, Undefeated, and Kith, they are decent manual shots. And of course, if you do have access to a monitor, utilize that monitor and reach out to your cook group, whoever your cook group provider is, and their support system. They'll be able to help you out to where these will be loaded within the shop, whether it's the Shopify monitor or whether it's a Kith monitor or an Undefeated monitor. They'll be able to help you out and solidify, or not solidify, but simplify the drop process for you on drop day. But if you're a 100% manual user, all you have to do is whenever these do go live, at the time that they're expected to go live, is search Jordan 5, and it should be the first thing that comes up when the product is loaded. And when it comes to the retailers that are currently scheduled to drop these pairs, we have the North American and Nike Jordan stores, the North American retailers, the Europe Nike and Jordan stores, and the Europe retailers. And just in case I have any viewers over in China, here we have the Greater China Nike and Jordan stores and the Greater China retailers. So fam, that's all the information that we have for today's video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we would absolutely love to have you as part of the Sneaker Huddle family. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on to never miss a beat on a highly anticipated sneaker drop. God bless each and every one of you. Good luck on this release and have a great day.